Now let's consider you had a one-time $50,000 investment and you decide to buy the new NEOS Bitcoin High Income ETF, ticker symbol BTCI, which offers monthly income and has a distribution rate of over 30% currently. Now exactly how long would it take for that $50,000 investment to compound into over $1 million plus? And I'm saying if you were to just reinvest your dividends every single month. Now in this video, I want to break down what BTCI, the NEOS Bitcoin High Income ETF is, my personal thoughts on it, and why I'm sort of obsessed with it as of recently. Then later on, share with you guys the exact math of what it would take to turn $50,000 into $1 million plus. And trust me, you're gonna want to stick around because the math is kind of crazy. So if you're a dividend investor, whether you own this one or maybe you're thinking about it, make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. My A to Z dividend investing ebook has helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker that I'm constantly using here on the channel has also helped so many investors stay on track and allow them to see their dividend income in real time. Well, today I have another treat for you guys. I'm not only going to offer you my A to Z dividend investing ebook and the custom dividend tracker, but also just for a short limited time, I'm going to be adding in my brand new weekly dividend blueprint ebook to show you how you can get started with weekly dividend ETFs and add this into your investing strategy. This offer is not going to last long, so go ahead and click the first link down below in my description, and you're going to get both ebooks and the custom dividend tracker bundle. But like I said, please act fast because this won't be around for long. Now let's get back into the video. Now getting right into it, the NEOS Bitcoin High Income ETF, it says right here, the NEOS Bitcoin High Income ETF seeks to generate high monthly income with the potential for appreciation based on exposure to exchange traded products or ETPs that have direct exposure to Bitcoin. Now this ETF has been trading since about mid-October last year. The expense ratio is around 1%. And at least so far, looking at this ETF's performance since inception, it's very, very impressive to say the least. And the way it works, it says high monthly income generation. BTCI aims to generate high monthly income through a data-driven call option strategy that harnesses Bitcoin's high levels of price volatility. Now, Bitcoin's price is pretty volatile, obviously sometimes more than less, but generally speaking, anything that's pretty volatile, when you're using a call option strategy within it, there is a lot of premium to be earned and then a lot of yield. Next up, it says Bitcoin upside potential. In addition to high monthly income, BTCI aims to offer exposure to a portion of Bitcoin's price appreciation in rising markets. Now, beyond that, it says professional option management, leverage deep expertise and research of NEOS, combining decades of experience managing option-based ETFs. Now, just to share my 2 cents when it comes to BTCI, the NEOS Bitcoin High Income ETF, before this ETF came out, I never was the biggest fan of adding a lot of exposure to Bitcoin or crypto in my personal portfolio. Not that I don't believe in Bitcoin, not that I don't want Bitcoin to do well. I actually do believe in it and also do want it to do well. But for me as an investor, I look for more income producing assets. So with Bitcoin being more of a growth asset, obviously, up until names like these came out, which harness Bitcoin's volatility and then produce a ton of income generation, up until this, I really wasn't sold. It says potential use case. BTCI aims to harness the high volatility within Bitcoin's price to pursue high monthly income and upside appreciation. BTCI may be considered as an alternative income stream that's less correlated to traditional income-oriented investments. Now that's exactly what I've been using BTCI for. Again, I would never personally have this become the largest portion of my overall portfolio, but I have been buying a little bit of BTCI every single day the market's been open for honestly a few months now. And at least up until this point, I'm very bullish on this ETF and I'm going to keep buying it for a while. Now, before I share with you guys more numbers when it comes to BTCI, I want to share with you all the distributions so far since inception and of course, how long it would take for 50K to compound into $1 million plus. And again, stick with me here because I promise you the numbers are going to shock you. If we look at the total return for BTCI so far since inception, this is income plus price performance. We're talking 45% return, and this is under 1 year trading. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but most of the positions in my long-term portfolio have not appreciated 45% as far as total return goes on this time frame. So BTCI has been outperforming mostly everything across my portfolio, and honestly, most names across the market have not seen these type of gains. Now, the massive total return is largely due to the fact that this ETF pays a boatload of income every single month, or at least has so far. We're talking again around a 30% distribution rate, $1.51 that's most recent distribution, then $1.25, $1.33, $1.43, and $1.57. Now the math gets really crazy when you think about that. If you just buy, let's say 5 or 10 shares of BTCI, if you just think about how much forward income that could be potentially paying into your portfolio, I mean, that's exactly why I want to make a video like this one and actually go through the numbers and see how long it would take for things to compound until they get out of control. Now, you guys are probably also concerned about NAV erosion, price decay, NAV decay, whatever you want to call it. At least so far since inception, BTCI not only has not decayed, but it's up around 16.5% during this time frame. But enough with all that. I want to give you guys the real math. A $50,000 investment with $0 annual contribution from there, 15% dividend tax rate, which may or may not apply, 29% initial annual dividend yield, 0% expected annual dividend amount increase, and 0% expected annual share price appreciation. So we are going off the bare minimum here. We're saying that BTCI might not even grow over time, maybe it trades flat, and let's say it pays us around 29% per year in dividends. Monthly distribution, because BTCI does pay out monthly, and DRIP is going to be turned on also. So again, this is basically saying you're buying 50K worth of BTCI and you're just letting the portfolio compound and compound and do its thing. So the way that things would look like right off the bat, a $50,000 investment in BTCI would pay you around $16,500 per year in income. Now again, before you guys say, well, the 29% yield might not always be there, maybe it'll get lower, maybe it'll get higher. Of course, maybe. I'm just going off of the previous numbers we have to go off of and just making this video for fun. Year number 2, you'd already be at $64,000 and over $21,000 per year in dividends. Year number 3, $82,000 and over $27,000 per year in dividends. Just in 3 years, no annual contribution, just letting the portfolio compounds. By year number 4, the portfolio would be over $105,000 and over $34,000 per year in income. By year number 6, $173,000, $57,000 in income. Year number 7, $222,000, $73,000 per year in income. Now it would take around 8 years more or less, just based off these numbers, which of course can change in the future. I'm just saying. $284,000 from a $50,000 investment and almost $95,000 per year in dividends. Now, based off these numbers, of course, that can change. I've said this now 3 or 4 times. It would take around 12 years or so for the portfolio value to be worth just under $1 million. And then based on that, you'd be talking around $250,000 per year in income. Now, the next thing you guys are probably asking is, well, is this sustainable? Is this ETF going to NAV decay over time? Is this ETF going to continue to pay the distribution rate like it has? And that's all going to have to do with how Bitcoin, the underlying, performs also. But at least right now, in my opinion, as an alternative investment, I think Bitcoin is going to do pretty well for a while. I think there's a lot of money supply dumping into Bitcoin. And along with that, regardless, Bitcoin's pretty volatile. So there is going to be a lot of distributions, at least potentially. So now that I share with you guys one of my new favorite alternative investments, BTCI, the NEOS Bitcoin High Income ETF, and I share with you guys how it would take just around 12, 13, 14 years based off of a $50,000 investment to turn into $1 million plus. I lastly, most importantly, want to hear from you guys down below. Do you currently hold on to any BTCI? Or if not, what other different alternative ETFs should I look into next? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.